What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we've got a jet. Yep, it got added to the game. I'm sure you guys are aware. And this is a brand new category, so you have to grind for parts. This is a new category of vehicles. You cannot use your regular airplane parts on this jet. It is its own thing. So because of that, I figured I'd share with you guys the fastest way to possibly get parts for this jet. There's lots of different methods. There's different things you can try, different races. There's treasure, there's slaloms, there's all kinds of stuff, right? So I figured in this video we'll go ahead and test all those things out. We'll set a timer for each one and let you know what the fastest way to get parts for this is, so you can max it out as fast as possible. All right, let's get into it. Let's go. All right, so the first thing we need to make sure of is what parts I've got on the jet, and if I've got any upgrade parts. I don't. So you would see these little yellow dots over the part category if there were any parts in there that I did not already mark as that I've seen them, basically. So I have extra parts here, and there's a reason why I'm keeping these parts. I'll explain that in a moment. But basically, you want to make sure to start this and to really test this correctly, I need to make sure that I don't have any yellow dots on any of these indicating that it's a new part, because I want to keep track of how many parts I get for a given method in the amount of time that we're going to be doing it. So there's a couple of different methods. I'm going to start off with an air race type of method. So to do that, we're going to go to the Ocean and Sky playlist. So let's scroll over, and here we go. And it's the last one in this playlist. This is the shortest air race that there is. And for this particular one, you don't even have to hit all the checkpoints. You can kind of bob and weave and just go on sort of the fastest route possible. You can finish this in about 1 minute and 45 seconds. You know, probably faster as well if it's really clean, and sometimes a little slower if you're making a little bit of mistakes. So anyway, let's get into this, and let's go ahead and test this method. So let's start this off. We got to select the jet up here in the top right. Keep in mind that parts have no there's no bearing on parts in terms of your difficulty and your time of day or any of that stuff. None of this matters for parts. It's always the same type of drop. So let's go ahead and get it started. As soon as we start this, we're actually got the timer at 0 right now. I'm going to go ahead and start this the second we press the button here, because that's kind of when the method starts. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. We'll just put that right there. We're going to run this a couple of times. I'll probably run it for about 5 minutes and speed up the video a little bit after this first race. But basically, the jet starts out super slow. I recommend letting it get a little bit of NOS. This is literally pinned. I've got the gas pinned right now. This is as slow as it goes. I'm going to let the NOS build up to about half, and then we'll start going. There we go. We can take off. Let it get to about half again. There we go. All right, so here's where I start to turn, and we're just going to start skipping checkpoints. All right, we'll go through this one, and then we'll let the wind take us a little bit, and we'll go through this one. There we go. Try to stay to the left because we got some wind here. We want to get this checkpoint if possible. We don't care too much about that one, but we need to get it. Hit this one, and then we'll kind of go this way. Forgive my camera angle if you're not a huge fan of this camera angle. I get it. Here we go. Out through there. Turn up through here. We got to get through this one. Okay, you don't even have to touch that one. We can kind of just swing over, go towards the dome, white dome here. That's where the next checkpoint is. You can use a little more NOS. I'm being very conservative with my NOS. Again, we don't even have to really hit these gates at the right angle or anything. Just hit them, get through it, use a little bit of NOS. Try not to hit any buildings here. And then just NOS to the finish. There we go. And we did it in 1 minute and 40 seconds. That's actually really good. I'm going to spam Y so we can actually get through this as quick as possible. We're at 2 minutes and 3 seconds as of right now. As of restarting. Here you go. Come on. 2 minutes and 10 seconds at the restart. Here we go. We're going to go again. And at this point, I'll probably just speed up the video. We're going to go to about 5 minutes. All right, finished number 2 at 4 minutes. Spam Y to restart. There we go. All right. 6 minutes and 3 seconds. So we're going to try to go the other methods for 6 minutes as well. We did this race 3 times in 6 minutes. So let's see what that equates in terms of parts. 14 parts in 6 minutes. So that's not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and we're going to leave everything right here just like it is. But for these 14 parts, actually, before we go on, I need to go to my mailbox, make sure it's clear. Okay, 0 in the mailbox. Perfect. And then we take these 14 parts and we need to get rid of these little yellow dots. We're not going to change parts at all because we want to have it comparable. So we'll leave those parts there. We're not going to actually change it to the faster parts because the faster parts could have an effect on the testing overall. So make sure we got all the yellow dots gone. It now says no parts under the upgrade section. So there we go. We'll just keep that in mind. 14 for that first method. The next method is going to be the slalom / treasure hunt method. So basically what you do is you mark whichever jet you're using. You can mark it as your favorite. So I've been using this one, so we're just going to use this one. But basically you mark it as your favorite for air race vehicles. Then you go to a car that you want to use, like say... I'm probably going to end up using the F40. This is my favorite, so we'll just use the F40. So we'll change this one to the treasure sniffer set, so it increases the treasure density by 100%. It's great. I've got all treasure sniffer on here. You don't have to have treasure sniffer on here, but if you do have it on this car, it actually does help with the amount of treasure that is on the map. So I like this one. So you're going to take this F40 or whatever car you decide to use, and you're going to drive it out in the wild. What you want to do is go to your map and search for your first piece of treasure. We have a treasure map that's detailed on the Militia Gaming Co. website. So take a look at... Oh, I got lucky. Oh my God, there's one right here. First one. Okay, so we need to start our our timer here because I already started messing up. So we're gonna try that again. Here we go. Look, we're gonna start it. All right. Now, I would have went to the map. This is literally the first place I always check anyway. So let's take the time to zoom in here. Make sure. Boom. We have a treasure. I would fast travel here. I'm already here. All right. You go over here. Drive your car. And then fast fave. Switch to an airplane. Boom. And we get close to it. I did a little too far away. We open the treasure. Then we skip it. Then we go over here. Map again. All right. We need to go to feats. Status, reward available, type, slalom. Boom. And we go to this guy. And we start doing the slalom with our car. I know you're like, why are you doing the slalom with your car? Well, I'm about to show you. So we get through here. We do the slalom with the car. We do not finish it with the car. Oh my God. Was not paying attention to that taxi. You don't finish it with the car, you finish it with the plane, and that's why you get plane parts, or jet in this case. Switch to the jet right before the finish. Boom. As soon as you get to skip, you skip it. Go back to your map. Let's find ourselves another one. One right here. Into the F40 we go. Now, the amount of time that you're looking in order to get the next treasure is about 3 minutes. I think it's a little less than that. It might be 2 minutes. But that's what you're looking for. So you do a few of these. Objective complete with the plane. We go back here. And where's the next one? Up here. So you do a few of these, maybe 3 or 4. And right now we're sitting at about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So I'm going to do this one and one more. So we're going to do 4. And then we're going to switch to treasure again. See if we can't find a piece of treasure quickly. Now, the alternative to this method is just to do these slaloms. There's a whole bunch of them around the map. By the time you finish all of the slaloms, it takes about 30 minutes to finish all of them. They will reset their rewards, and you'll be able to hit them all again. So there we go. We'll do one more, and then we'll switch back. We're about to hit 3 minutes. Here we go. 3 minutes and 2 seconds at this point. There we go. All right, back to the map. Now we start looking for treasure. So we're gonna look in right here. Keep in mind, we're going to about About 6 minutes. That's what we're looking to do. All right, let's go. Let's find ourselves a treasure. Let's get lucky, dude. Nothing there. Okay. Where's the shelf? Oh, right over here. Anything? Nothing. Waterfall, which is right here. Nothing. Okay. This guy right over here. Nothing. Are we gonna find one quickly? That's the case. That's the question. Nothing there. On the point. Nothing there. In this ship here. Nothing there. There's one in this resort here usually. Underneath this cabana. Nothing there. Turtle Rock. Nothing there. Okay, we might be just a tad bit early. There's one on Turtle Bay Resort that pops up over here in this tree area. Nothing there. There's another one. Not for a while. Nope, not that point. Oh yeah, over here. On the end here. Nothing. Okay, there's another one under this little hut here. Nothing there. Okay, we'll keep going. There's one that appears here. Nope. Where are we at? There's one inside here. We don't see it. You'll see the glow of the box. It is not there. Come on, we gotta get lucky now. Where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, there's one in here as well. And under this big tree. Nothing there. Okay, racetrack. The top of the racetrack here. There's a blue one. All right, we're gonna see if we get lucky with a purple nearby. Nothing there. Let's go over here. Nope. There's another one at State Capitol. Can we get lucky with a purple? No, sir. All right, let's just go get this blue one. This is at the racetrack. So we'll go like this. I'll actually complete this slalom as well. And we are actually over 6 minutes. We're at 6:46. So we took quite a bit to try to find a piece of treasure. But I'm going to go ahead and allow this anyways, because it's fair to sort of look at these methods for what they really are. Treasure hunting is not, there's no like exact science with treasure hunting. Okay. Now we go up. We got to find the mountain again. Where to go? I'm lost. Hold on, I'm lost. Okay, we're turning. We're going right to it. It's right up here. There we go. And we are here. Open it up. And then we'll stop it there. All right. So we stopped it at 8 minutes and 13 seconds. Let's see how many pieces of treasure we actually got here. Now, our pieces of loot, I should say. Now, the thing is, like I said, this method is not always proven to be that great in terms of maximizing your time, but it is a little bit of a way to make a variety of the gameplay, right? So let's see what we got. 19 pieces of loot. All right, so we got 14 for the race in 6 minutes. We got 19 in 8 minutes and 13 seconds. So let's do some math here. All right, so with the treasure hunting and slalom method, we could have done maybe a couple more slaloms and then checked around again to maximize it fully, but I think we did as close to what is a realistic test of it anyway. Anyway, the amount of time per piece of loot is about 26 seconds. It comes out to about 25.9. Okay, that's for that method. Now, if we do the other one, it was 6 minutes. It comes out to about 25.7. So in terms of the amount of time it takes to get one piece of loot, one part for your jet. You can get one part every 25.7 seconds with the race. You can get it about one part every 27 seconds for the treasure and slaloms. And obviously that one wasn't quite optimized. So the methods are really, really close. But if we do some math on that and we want to, we really want to find out which one is better, the race is much more guaranteed. Now you could have really good RNG and find a piece of treasure just like that. You could also just do the slalom. Is the loot actually better there? I don't think it is. And the reason I don't think it is because for slaloms, you generally only get one piece of loot. Sometimes you'll get two, but only one generally for slaloms. And if you get a treasure, even just like a basic like blue treasure box, you'll get a bunch of different pieces. That's why you notice we did 4 slaloms, 5 actually, one more before we did the treasure box, that second one. We did 5 slaloms and we got 2 treasure boxes. We ended with 19 pieces of loot, right? So in the slalom boxes, we only got 5 pieces essentially, and the rest of it came from the treasure boxes. So the treasure boxes are really important to add to that method in order to actually maximize it, because each of the slaloms takes at least about a minute, somewhere in there, like 30 seconds for the slalom, and then you have to like open the map, go to the next one, fast travel, then start driving. So it's about a minute per slalom, around there. So that's the thing. So this method, to me, it really only works if you're going slalom, 4 or 5 slaloms and then a treasure hunt, 4 or 5 slaloms and then a treasure hunt. Again, if you want a map for the treasure, we have a complete map thanks to Tomco. It's linked on my website, militiagamingco.com. Now, the reason I said it's important to save every single piece of loot that you get is because when you finally do get to 960, which is the max perf level for the vehicle, you need to be able to use these parts as ways to craft your own upgraded parts. Now, you can't have the part that you're trying to craft selected and equipped on the airplane. So what I do is just go to the basic, stock parts while I'm crafting, and then I do my crafting, and then we go back to, picking the correct upgraded ones. So go to crafting, go to merge, and then what you need to do is at least one of the parts that you're trying to merge has to be at max perf level. Otherwise, you can't actually do the crafting. So you have one here, and you grab some other blues, merge it, you get a nice 960 pink. Now, because you just created a 960 pink, you can now merge your pinks and make a gold. I don't have enough pinks to make a gold, so we stop right here and we go to the next category. For this one, I have 1 pink, 2 pinks, that's it. So I can't really do anything here yet. I need 1 more pink in order to make a gold. Let's go over here. I do have a blue, and that'll make my 3rd pink. So I'll be able to make a gold out of this one. That'll give you my 960 pink. And we can use that 960 with the other 2 that I have. Merge that, and now we have a gold, and it's a nitro chemist. Let's go, dude. Nice. All right, so let's go to the next one. Let's do this as well. Do I have 3 pinks? I do have 3 pinks, but I also already have a gold, which is nice. Let's see if we can get ourselves a second nitro chemist part. Let's see. Oh, score breaker. That's okay. Score breaker's good. We definitely need it. That's not a bad thing, but we have 2 of them already, so that's kind of crazy. All right, do we have any 960 blues? We don't. Okay, so let's go to the next one. We have a nitro chemist set already for this one, or not set, but nitro chemist part for this one. We might as well just go ahead and merge these into the pink and see if we have enough pinks. I don't think we do on this particular category, but let's see. We have 1, 2, and that's it. Okay, so here's what we're left with after the initial grind. This literally took me 30 minutes to get to this point. From nothing to about 30 minutes is where I'm at right now in terms of my grind. I have max level parts on everything. Every single part is max perf. And let's see. There we go. And I've got 4 legendary parts thanks to the merging system. This grind is absolutely easy. It is so fast when you use these methods. Now, here's one thing that I didn't mention early on the video. I quoted you guys at about a minute 40 to a minute 45 on that course. You can do it way faster than that when you have max perf level. So what I'm going to do now here at the end of the video is just show you what's actually possible. Oh my god, dude. 129. Dude, 1 minute 31 seconds for one race. All right, I'm gonna keep doing it. We'll do the 6-minute test. All right, we stopped the clock. 5 minutes and 38 seconds. That's so much faster for the same amount of loot. It's unreal. So that's a lot faster with max level perf parts. You are not going to see that type of increase on the treasure and slalom method, because you're not really using the plane in those methods. So increasing the perf parts there, not really going to help you because you're not going anywhere with those things. You're just using it to open the boxes and using it to finish the slaloms. So let's do some math on this and let's figure out what this means. Parts per hour. All right, that's 24 seconds per part. 24 seconds per part. That's really, really good. Again, this is based on an average of about 4 parts every single run. Sometimes you're going to get 5, sometimes you're going to get 3, but the average is going to be 4 parts. Now, if we divide that into an hour, which is 3,600 seconds, so we take this 24.14, 149 parts per hour. So that's what you're looking at with the race method. The slalom treasure method, not going to be as fast. This is the way to go. This race is called Skyline Ride. One more time, it is in the Ocean and Sky playlist. It's the very last race. So there you have it. This is the way you're going to level up your plane, and this is the way you're going to get your Nitro Chemist. Then maybe another hour to merge the parts in order to get your Nitro Chemist. So a little less than an hour of grinding, and I've got almost all golds. And not only that, I've got 3 Nitro Chemist parts, which gives me half of that Nitro Chemist set bonus without even having a full set of gold. It's a little bit of luck in RNG, but you get it. It's not going to be as painful as you may have think. So anyway, Skyline Ride for the races. If you want to mix things up, go for the slaloms and the treasure hunts. It's just a little bit slower. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully this helps you in some way, as that's always my goal. And I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.